Today, we're diving into one of the most subtle yet incredibly powerful principles in the game of power. It's the art of making everything you do look easy, natural, almost like you were born to do it. This is Law 30.
So right there, that's the core of it. And you can see it's built on a paradox, right? The idea is that you have to work harder than anyone else, but then hide every single drop of sweat. The whole point is to build this aura of natural talent, to make your abilities look like some kind of gift that other people just can't get.
And this is the key thing to get. This isn't about actually being effortless. No way. It's all about seeming effortless. It's a performance. So while everyone else is complaining about how hard they're working, you just present your incredible results as if they were nothing. It creates this mystique around you that's both intimidating and honestly awe-inspiring.
Now look at this, because this slide really breaks down the two worlds you have to live in. On the outside, in public, everything is natural, easy, graceful. But behind the curtain, the reality is intense labor, endless practice, and a whole bunch of carefully constructed tricks. Mastering this law means becoming the master of that division.
Okay, to really see this in action, let's travel back to 16th century Japan and look at the world of aesthetics. Our first case study is a man named Sen no Rikyu. He was the most famous tea master of his time, an advisor to emperors, and an absolute genius at hiding his effort. See, Rikyu understood something crucial. When your effort is obvious, it just screams desperation. He was once invited to a tea ceremony and saw this beautiful, antique-looking gate. But you know what? He wasn't impressed at all. He could see the insane amount of labor and money it took to get it there. The host was trying way too hard, and that straining for effect just shattered the whole vibe he was going for.
And here's another great example. A different host seemed to just spontaneously pop outside to cut a fresh lemon for a dish. At first, Rikyu was charmed by it, but then the lemon was served with this very specific, very expensive rice cake. And suddenly, the trick was obvious. It wasn't spontaneous. It was a planned performance, all designed to show off how clever he was. And just like that, the magic was gone. The effort was exposed.
But this is how Rikyu himself practiced the law, and it's brilliant. The emperor was scheduled to visit, so before a predicted snowfall, Rikyu did this. And when the emperor arrived, what did he see? This scene of just profound natural beauty, perfectly clear stones sitting in a blanket of untouched snow. He never saw the planning or the cushions or Rikyu getting up before dawn. All he saw was the magical, effortless result. All right, so we've seen the subtle artist. Now let's pivot to the complete opposite end of the spectrum, the dramatic performance of power. I'm talking about Harry Houdini, a man who built an entire legend on making the impossible look not just possible, but easy. You have to understand, this was so much more than a tagline. It was his whole philosophy. His performances were designed to completely shatter the audience's idea of what a human being was capable of. And he did it all with this cool, confident air, like he could do even more if he felt like it. I mean, just look at the scale of these things. Getting out of manacles that took some guy 5 years to build. Escaping chains while being dunked in an icy river. Every single escape was more insane than the last. He basically stared death in the face and then walked away with this superhuman calm that just left people speechless. And then there was this, his most baffling trick of all. He made a 10,000-pound elephant disappear, right in the middle of a packed theater. He did it for 19 straight weeks, and to this day, nobody can say for sure exactly how he pulled it off. His power was in that mystery. He never, ever explained. Of course, it wasn't magic. We know that. The real secret was obsessive, relentless, hidden work. This guy spent all his time studying locks, digging up old tricks, and training his body to do impossible things. He even taught himself to swallow and bring back up small tools by practicing with a potato on a string until his throat muscles were literally strong enough to be a secret compartment. He even turned this law into a weapon against his rivals. So this other escape artist, Clopini, was going around claiming he knew all of Houdini's secrets. So Houdini set this incredible trap. He intentionally let Clopini's spy learn a fake secret combination, cleefs. Then, on stage, he stages a fake fight and secretly changes the combo. Clopini tries the code and nothing. He struggles for hours, humiliating himself in front of everyone. The new code? F-R-A-U-D. See, Houdini didn't just hide his tricks, he used his rival's desire to know them as the weapon itself.
So we've looked at the artist and the performer. What does this all mean for us? What are the actual keys to mastering this law? How do you apply this principle of hidden effort in your own life?
Well, it really boils down to these principles. First, hide your labor. Second, never ever give away the tricks of your trade. Always present your work with an ease that suggests you have huge reserves of power you're not even tapping into. Your silence forces other people to guess about where your talent comes from, and they will almost always overestimate it, giving you this aura of a natural-born genius.
And there's one final, absolutely critical warning that comes from this old story. A wrestling master taught his best student almost everything he knew, 359 different holds. The student, now thinking he was the master's equal, challenged him to a match. But the master had held back one single move. And with that one move, he easily defeated his arrogant student. The lesson is crystal clear. Never teach anyone all your secrets, because one day they might be used against you.
You know, the philosopher Baltasar Gracian just nails it with this quote. Let people know that you have talents, sure, but never let them fully understand them. The mystery surrounding what you're capable of will always create more respect and power than any proven track record ever could, because what people can't measure, they can't challenge.
So as we wrap this up, think about this. We all have skills we've poured our blood, sweat, and tears into developing. The question this law forces us to ask isn't about the work itself, but about how we present it. What kind of power could you unlock if you concealed the struggle and showed only the mastery? What secret efforts are behind your greatest strengths?